National Pokeball League Season 6, Week 3. This week, the San Antonio Swamperts go up against, well, I think the toughest person on our schedule. RizzyPOW and the Phoenix Sunflora. Why is this game so tough? Point 1, Mega Kangaskhan. Point 2, Hoopa Unbound. And looking through the teams a little bit and having a couple of mocks, Chandelure. Do not have a really good switch into that at all. And Necrozma can also be pretty threatening. Riz's team is just threats upon threats, and yeah, not very fun to face, but we'll see how this one goes. So, hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and let's get this show on the road. So, starting off, he's going to be leading with Mega Kangaskhan. I lead with Landorus Therian, and I'm just going to quickly switch out of there, going to Weezing, expecting a fake out or something. But Ice Punch happens, and he's just going to be taking a lot of Rocky Helmet damage. And I kind of need my Weezing safe, so I'm going to go right back into Landorus here as a Wish gets set up. And I'm just going to expose here that I am Scarfed Landorus and just flat take out the Mega Kangaskhan with a superpower before it can Ice Punch me twice. Probably get a freeze. Whatever. But getting rid of Mega Kangaskhan turn 3. Amazing start. Right off the bat. And the only thing it did was just get 12% damage on Weezing. Yeah, definitely very proud of that for those first 3 turns. So, I get rid of Mega Kangaskhan there. And out comes Tornadus. I'm Scarf Landorus here. Gonna switch on Magearna. Makes a pretty good prediction there. Goes for the Heat Wave onto Magearna. But I'm Assault Vest, so yeah, gonna be taking that really well. Speaking of taking hits very well, Chandelure. Gonna be taking this Flare Cannon pretty well. It does like 35% or so. And yeah, I don't really have too good of a switch into this thing. And yeah, I think it was this turn. I was definitely debating going Weezing here. And looking at his team, I don't think Weezing has a lot of use. I mean, I can have Magearna take hits from Sylveon with his Assault Vest. And I can have Meloetta set up on this thing for later. And yeah, what else is Weezing doing here? Not too much. But I end up switching into Meloetta here. And he goes for Toxic and hits. This was pretty upsetting. I am actually a sub-CM Meloetta. And that Toxic on me just renders my set pretty useless. So that was very, very unfortunate. And I definitely could have used Meloetta for a lot more. But hindsight's 20/20, and not going to Weezing there. Kind of kicking myself over that. And this pretty much changes a lot of how I play. But anyways, he's going to be going out into Sylveon here. I'm going to try to fire off the Shadow Ball. Get off a 15% hit, and yeah, Spit F drop. So here I'm just going to go into Magearna, just going to try to just try to get some nice damage on to whatever. And I'm going to switch on the Landorus here as the Chandelure gets the Wish. And I'm just going to flat U-turn out, expecting Tornadus or something. But yeah, he goes into Donphan and takes some Rocky Helmet, and gonna have to go into Decidueye here and Spirit Shackle something. Double Spirit Shackle anyways. And it turns out that this Chandelure is holding a Cassid Berry to weaken my Ghost type attacks. Nice prep on Riz's part. And I'm gonna go on to Meloetta here to sponge a Toxic because it's already Toxic. And I'm actually gonna be pulling a double into Magearna, expecting Sylveon, but out comes Necrozma. Very amusing name, Riz, by the way. Although I have kind of lightened up on the John Cena memes, but Yeah, I know what this thing was created to do. Somewhat annoy me, but hey, it's not working like it should, Riz. But here I'm going to be seeing the Calm Mind, and I'm just going to go straight for the Volt Switch and go on to my Decidueye, because I have a little something for this thing. It's a little move called Haze, and that's going to stop the Necrozma from doing some Necrozma stuff, and gonna get some U-turn action on here, and go out into my Landorus, and just continuously do a little bit more U-turn chaining, go out into Decidueye, as he sets up a Rock Polish, and now this is looking pretty scary. Sword Power fortunately does not do enough to knock me out, and I can go for the Haze again, and pretty much get up a roost on this Tornadus. So I'm going to be switching out into my Weezing, expecting a Heat Wave, and 2 hits from that, gonna knock out the Weezing. Oh yeah, he got a low roll and a burn, so I would have been knocked out anyway. But I get off a little bit more chip with the Flamethrower, and I'm just going to flat go for a Shadow Ball because it's still my best thing to hit Sylveon with. And I'm going to switch out to Magearna now as he reveals the Yawn. Nice prep, Riz. Nice prep. So that forces me out, forces me into my Cobalion. He gets a crit with Hyper Voice. Yeah. I think this kind of mattered. I would have had my Cobalion at a little bit higher health, probably take another Hyper Voice. Don't quote me on that. Could probably get off on an Iron Hit or two somewhere. But, that was unfortunate. So, I'm going to have to be really, really careful. But, I set up rocks, just trying to sack off Cobalion. And out comes Chandelure, so I can just freely Volt Switch. And he gets 31% on the Flamethrower. But that Toxic is just not being too kind to me. Make things worse is Sylveon is still around and at pretty good health. Has access to Wish. So, yeah. Don't know how things are going to work out here, but fortunately Magearna getting off a nice 61%. But short-lived, as I'm just going to have to Volt Switch on out of here, go out into Cobalion, and pretty much sack this thing off due to a previous crit. And I can just end up Magearna again, and go for a Flash Cannon right off the bat. And now out comes Chandelure. And this move kind of had me thinking a little bit. Yeah, I know he's going to stay in. Wait, I know he's knocking a Flamethrower expecting me to switch out. So, I'm actually going to stay in here. And fortunately, I do get that prediction right. But I probably should have gone for Floor Cannon there. It did like 33% that first time. Flash Cannon here does 28.5. So, yeah, that would have eliminated Chandelure right there, and then, if I went for Floor Cannon. But, what can you do? Hindsight's 20/20. So now I'm just gonna have to go into my Meloetta here, sponge a Flamethrower, and just try to eliminate this thing with a Shadow Ball, which ends up happening because rocks are on the field, and I have a Spin Blocker into Decidueye, which can mess with Donphan, and now out comes Necrozma. Just going to go for a Shadow Ball there. I get a nice Bidef drop, which was very, very much needed, but he's got Moonlight, and yeah, he's just going to recover all of that back. But I do get away with this Bidef drop, which is nice. And now it comes Decidueye, and I'm just going to Spirit Shackle something, And he ends up sacking Tornadus here. So, get that thrown out of the way. But now comes Donphan, and this is going to be a little bit of shenanigans here and there. I think he, actually looking back on it, sent out sent out Donphan, so my Spirit Shackle PP would be limited, in a sense. I think that was his thought process, but yeah, he's gonna get to about, get me down to about 37% after the Rocky Helmet damage. I go out to Magarina, reveal the Energy Ball, and take the Donphan out. And now his last one is Necrozma, and I calced it from this range. After a Calm Mind, Floor Cannon would not have KO'd. I probably should have gone for that anyway, but yeah. Goes for the Store Powered here, gets the crit, and that pretty much seals my fate. But looking at that crit did not matter. The Necrozma was faster than me, 1. It would have been a roll 2. And yeah, 2 would have just knocked me out from the range of health I would have been at anyway. And yeah. From here, it's just looking like Necrozma just plowing through the rest of my team. And the crit would have been nice a little bit earlier, but yeah, Rock Polish kind of hinders things. But only so much you can do. But to be fair, I didn't really expect to win this match, but I brought it down to a 1-0, which pretty nice. And next week we are on to the Jersey Dwebbles, coached by Cloud. And, yeah. So, hope you guys enjoy this battle. Rate, comment, sub, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.